Hey, welcome to my YouTube page. So I'm finally doing a YouTube video, just an introductory video to get this thing started. Feel free to subscribe to this channel. I'll be doing more videos about veganism, my ideas about veganism, how to deal with non-vegans, just all kinds of stuff really. Just Dave talking, So I'm Dave. Welcome. This first video is going to be an introductory video. It's going to be a coming of vegan story. I'm just going to talk about how I became a vegan. It all took place in 2001, many moons ago. So let's see, where do I start? I had this cat, Zeus, who has since passed. Rest in peace, Zeus. He was just freaking awesome, and we became very close. And this was the moment when that happened. I had just moved into a new building. It was very scary. It was a very sketchy building. The police were kicking in the door next to where I was sleeping for the night because my apartment wasn't ready, so they had put me in a different apartment. It was just a really creepy experience, and I was creeped out. Needless to say, my cat was creeped out big time. And I woke up, it was probably 2, 3 in the morning, and my cat was looking at me with like terror in his eyes, and I had terror in my eyes, and we just kind of looked at each other like, and at that moment, right there and then, there was a connection was made. You know what I mean? Like I saw myself in him and him in myself. So anyways, there was that empathy moment. We became very close after that. So after that, when I would go for walks by the water and stuff, every animal that I saw, squirrels, ducks, seagulls, I just saw something in their eyes, something that I was like, there's something familiar about every single one of these animals that I'm seeing. What is going on here, And I eventually realized that what I was seeing was my cat. I was seeing my cat in every animal that I saw. And I realized that what I was seeing in my cat was life, like a little person, So all these animals that I was seeing were like people. It was just incredible. And around that time, I had begun my meditation practice, which I was taking very seriously, which I still do. But that was kind of when it all started. And on one of those days, I was doing my meditation. And during my meditation, I was focusing on the oneness of everything and stuff like that. And this familiarity that I was seeing in all these animals' eyes and stuff like that was kind of coming up. This beautiful feeling of connection with all these different animals. And this is going to sound a little bit weird, but then I saw like a cow's eye, and it was like this big black cow's eye, and it was full of terror. And I saw the same terror that I had seen in that moment that me and my cat shared, where we were both kind of terrified together. And I saw it in this cow's eye, and I felt like it was my own. And it was almost like the whole entire cow collective consciousness on the planet was screaming in pain and suffering. And I felt it so intensely that after that meditation, I had become vegan, just like that. And I never looked back. And at the time, there was no information about veganism, really. There was some, but nothing, not like now. Like, you could do a web search, you wouldn't really find very much back then. And I didn't know any vegans in my life. There was no real social media. I think I had just started Facebook that year. And I didn't really know anything really about veganism. I just knew that I can't eat these are my friends, like I can't eat them. And I really thought that I would be eating spaghetti for the rest of my life. Just noodles and sauce, just noodles and sauce. And, as a guy who liked to train and work out, I really thought that I was going to just lose copious amounts of weight, which, as you know, is the stereotype with veganism that you need animal protein. So if you go vegan, you're just going to deteriorate and become unhealthy and sickly. Needless to say, that did not happen. I've since learned a lot about veganism and protein, in which we'll make other videos about vegan fitness, about working out, like I said before, just my views on veganism, dealing with non-vegans, just all kinds of different topics. But for this video, I'm just going to try and keep it as brief as possible. This was just my how I became a vegan story. So that's it, and welcome to my page. And, subscribe, because there'll be lots of different talks about all kinds of really interesting, amazing stuff. 90% of it will be about veganism, because that's how I roll. And so welcome, and feel free to like down below. And I look forward to your comments and interacting with you, my fellow vegans, and keep spreading the vegan love in no matter what way you choose to do that, it's awesome, and I support that, and I'm 100% like behind you on that. And yeah, you're all freaking awesome. Thanks for tuning in and listening to my kind of long how I became a vegan story. And yeah, like I said, there will be more and more videos. Hopefully, they will get better quality as time goes on. Eventually, I'll get a better camera, maybe some editing equipment. For now, it's just Dave talking, and that's how it's going to be for the first little while. So yeah, like I said, thank you very much for tuning in, and go vegan.